of Angular beginners to advanced course, and today also we are going to learn a lot of Angular. As I've told earlier, Angular is quite big and we have to learn a lot of things, and as always I will give the attendance at the end. So yesterday I did gave it a bit and later on, but I forgot to give, but today I will give it at around maybe 9:10 or 9:15. Okay, so I'll let me just do it. We'll give attendance at the end. We'll give attendance at the end. So this is like that, and one sec. Okay. So let me share my screen. So we are going to create two things today. Okay, one app is already running, which you'll see. So this is something which is already running. Again, we are going to take an app which is already created, and I'll show means this is just a basic thing. And what we are going to learn today is first directive deep dive, and then services deep diving. We are going to do so. First, we are going to deep dive into directive, and then we are going to deep dive into services and dependency injections. Okay, so I have this project which it is already running it. I don't want to close it, so let me go to it, directive, and I'll open the code. Yeah, so it is already running. And the thing is that this is a very simple project. All setup and all these things are there. And what is there in this project? I have this all app.component.ts. Let us go to this, the main thing. So it has just got numbers and numbers array, and only odd it is the font size. Okay. And only odd is false, and now I will go to the app component. So app component have this like container and all, so bootstrap and all are already there, and div row and all, and I am showing this only odd. So click only show odd numbers. Okay. Hello Suraj, hello Gaurav. Okay, so this is there, and I have just an ng of that p only odd. So we'll do a lot of things in this alg ng if and all those things we have learned about them. So if I come here, I'll click only odd, it has been shown, and we are going to add now all those things there. Okay, so that is there. So just a simple file. Okay, now let's get started. Let's get doing whatever we want to do. So only or when I'm clicking, it is making it as false. So whatever it is true, it is making it as false. So the thing is that what we want to do, so we want to show only the odd things and only the even thing. So we'll update our code to show those things. Okay, so let us do that. And here the li list group items is there, this thing. So here I am going to do this numbers is there, so I'm going to show this number. So it is, the code is not actually updated completely. Let us update it with the ng for. So our first directive, inbuilt directive is ng for. We are going to update it so that this li is been shown correctly. So li, we don't have any code right now, so I'll do that hash star ng for. So ng for we have learned yesterday also. Ng for let num of number. So this is how the ng for, which is similar to for loop, runs in Angular. Ng for num of numbers is there. So num of numbers means this. It is taken from the TypeScript file, and then we are going to show only the num. Okay. So num I'm going to show. Save it, and now come here. So the numbers are being shown 1 2 3 4 5. So now it is working quite better. Means 1 2 3 4 5 it is been shown, but button is not working anyways. Nothing is working. Okay, only odd is been shown. So we will change the numbers first to have. In the numbers I will come and I will actually comment this out, and I will have the evens and odds. Evens equal to, so I will write it by hand on evens and odds. Okay, even and odds I have written. All these things I have written. Now in the app component we just don't have a number, any number. So only odd is there, only show odd numbers. I'm showing it's better to make it toggle number. Okay, toggle numbers I'll do, and then here in the list group I have this ng for. So instead of this thing means I will wrap this thing with a div, this whole thing ally, and I will show two different things. Okay, to show two different things. And this also I want to release means right now I want to comment this out because this ng template I don't want it right now. Okay, so let us have those things. So first thing is that div, I will have two divs actually. So let me create the first div, init star ng if equal to only odd. Only odd. So only odd is this true or false. So it is, if it is only odd, then what? So then what? So this ally, I'll move it inside this div, and then here this group item is okay. So instead of num, I will make odd of, I now have an odds thing. Okay, so odds I'll do odds odds, it will show the odds. And so same thing I'll copy again, and here instead of only odds I will give the not of only odds, and let me have it here even of evens, and this is how the if also works. So we have two ifs. Okay, and I'll do the even here and save it. Now if I come back here, so see it is showing this odds by default. So odds by default it is showing, and the moment I do the toggle number, okay, it's not showing anything. Okay, okay, so I need to fix something now. Okay, okay, why I'm showing this num here? This should be odd, not even, this should be odd. Okay, so this thing happens. Also by default it is showing the events because it is by default only odd is false. So when it is false it will show the events, and now I'm clicking it, showing the true. So it is working fine. It's working fine. So this is how we have used the ng for also and ng if also, and I'm sure, as I told, we are going to deep dive into it. Okay, so the next thing is that we'll recap the ng class and ng style a bit, which we have already done, but let us recap it a bit. So in the app component dot css, app component dot css, we'll put one thing like dot odd num, and it is equal to color is white. Color is white I'll do. And now I'll go to this app component .html, and here is in this odd of odds I will come, and here I will add that ng class. Okay, ng class, I want to show this class ng odd numbers. Okay, so I will add this here, and here let me add it here. So ng class equal to odd num, ordnum. Okay, ordnum class, how it is going to add? Ordnum class is going to add if it is odd modulus 2 is not equal to, so this is how we check it is odd and even. So odd not equal to doing, it means that it should be means even will be printed. Okay, so odd modulus 2, it is not equal to 0, so this ordnum class will be added. And ng style also, we can do the ng style directly, we add the class. Yeah, every Angular project also we work on the components folder also, just like React. That is a folder in which we already work. It's SRC app, not component. In SRC app we are working. So here we can create component and all also. So here, okay. That depends upon how you are going to create. So that is done, and then ng style equal to background is, so again I need to have that colon and this background odd. So again I'm going to check this thing, odd is not equal to 0. If it is not there, then the background I am going to use a ternary operator. Background I am going to give a red, or background I will give like this. Okay, so this is how we can check that also. So now what I'm going to do here, I will copy this thing and I will bring it out here and do it like this. And this time an odd num I can now check it with even here, and even here I can check it. Okay, so maybe, okay, let me save it first. And see, toggle number it is showing, but one thing I missed out, it is, I think it should be green. Okay, so now if I move, so it is not showing. Okay, in the even it is not showing because background even divided by background. Okay, okay, we have given for the odd number only, so let us skip for the odd number only and not give for the even. Okay, so that is done. Unless it will be this even equal to 0. Yeah, right, even equal to 0 will be there, and this one also will be like this. Okay, now it is perfect, now it is perfect. Okay, so it should be like this. Okay, even, because even is always equal to 0, modulus of something you will take, it will make it like that only. Okay, so it is working fine. So now what we are going to, so this was just the recap of the directive and all. So now we are going to build our own directive. Okay, so for that we can create our own directive also, as I am telling. So let us go, and here we are going to create a folder, basic highlight. I am going to create in the app, and here I am going to create a basic highlight dot directive. So it is dot directive dot ts, it is not like dot component or something like this. It is dot directive dot ts. Okay, basic highlight dot directive dot ts is the file name. So this I have created inside this basic highlight folder. So that I have done. Now here I will add this thing. Okay, how to create a directive, and it is quite different than this our app component .ts file. If I go, see, this is add component means it's a component. Okay, and basic highlight is not a component, it's a directive. So for here I have to first import directive comma element ref from angular core I have to do, and then I have to add directive is there, and then here I have to do selector, and selector will be like a app basic highlight. So it will be like this. App is always attached here, so here also the selector you might be seeing app root or all those things are attached. So app is required, but you can, again, you can take any name, but app highlight. So this is how we should do it. Okay, so now I have to do a class export. So export class basic highlight directive I'll do, and then I'll do a constructor. Okay, constructor I'll do, and constructor I'm taking a private element ref and making it equal to this element ref. So this is what I have already imported, and then element ref Okay, it is not like this. I have to use the this keyword again. So this dot element ref. So again, the this keyword is there. So those who don't know this is heavily in Angular, in React, and all those things. This keyword, and this is a JavaScript thing. So it's a bit complicated also. But you want to know, I have some videos on my channel also for this keyword. You can check it out. So this dot element ref dot native element dot style dot background color. So this is how we change so this thing, and this basic highlight directive we are going to use it. Okay, so, and we can add anything like this dot element ref dot native element dot style dot background. So this is the main thing. Okay, so similar to this I will add this dot element ref dot native dot color equal to white, and this dot element ref dot native dot style dot padding. I'll give some padding equal to maybe 20 px I'll give. Okay, so this is how I build a directive. So I have built my own directive, so I have to include it in app.module.ts. In the previous class we have seen that we have to always include everything in the app.module.ts. So we'll include it app.module.ts. I'll come, and here I have to include it here, comma, basic highlight directive. I have done basic highlight directive has been done. There is some space. Basic highlight directive I have done. Then how I can use this thing, how I can use this basic highlight directive. So here in the app component I will come. So once you do in app module, it can be used anywhere. So that is something in React, in Angular it is there. So after this ul I will remove this thing. Actually there will be a p tag, and checking basic directive that have some lorem text also. Lorem text also I put, and now if I do this paragraph, it will be shown like normal only. This paragraph it is been shown like this, but now I want to add those style to it. So this app basic highlight. So how what I will do, I will just copy this and I will just paste it. Okay, I will just add it like this, and now it has got this thing like this blue color. So this is not coming from here, this is a different thing. Okay, so this is coming from here. So this is how you can create some common styles and you can add it there. Okay, app basic highlight. Okay, that is there. Now as we have seen, I have created a highlight directive by creating it from my own, like creating a directory, right clicking, and then adding in the app.module.ts. As I have told earlier also, this is not a good way in Angular we should always create it through the command line. So we'll create a directory also to command line. Just we can create a component. Ng-gc is component, ng-gd is directive. So let me do that and control J and do. I don't like the PowerShell, so I'll go back to the git bash. PowerShell I'll delete, and here I have to do ng g space d space best best directive I'll do, and it will definitely it will create it. Okay, so let me go here. So if you come here, so it has actually created outside, it's okay. So it has created this like basic directive and all these things it has created. So let us now do it. And one more thing it would have done, it has added in this app.module, so we don't have to manually add it. Okay, so that is the benefit. Okay, so in this directive what we'll do, we'll react to some event like moving the mouse on the element and all those things, so we'll add it there. Okay, so where is the basic directive, best directive dot th and th, and specs we don't need that thing. Okay, so this all also have been done, all these exports and all these things have been done. So as I have told, we are going to react to some events like moving the mouse on an element and all those things. So I'll come here and do a host binding and comma host listener and do. So these two things I'm going to do because I'm going to use those things. Okay, so this best directive is there, and then at host binding I'm going to do. And host binding style dot background. So in Angular there are way too many things, so which I am telling, it is actually around 50% only. There are way too many things which you can learn, so that's why Angular, the learning curve is more than React. Okay, so host binding style dot background color I have done, but once you see the code you will find that it is like same only. Host binding I have done, and then again another host binding I'll do. At host binding, at host binding style dot color I'll do, and here color is string. So because of the type script and all, I have to do it like this. Okay, host binding, it is of type string, and then at host host binding, and it is of style dot padding, and padding is a string. So this is I have done. And in the constructor, what I will have this dot color equal to black. I'll have, I'm using this dot color equal to black. I'm having. Now we are going to have a listener. So listener also we have taken. So this listener also we can use, and we are going to use that. Okay. So at host listener mouse enter. So mouse enter is there. So when the mouse will enter, let us call it not a mouse enter. Let us call it mouse over, and here we can take event data is of type event data is of type event, so that we have taken. Okay, so these things we should give sometime. Okay, event event data, not event data, event data is there. And here now in the host listener we can use this. So this were just like a variable declaration, now we can use them here. So this variable we can use just like we have used in the constructor, this dot color, we can use it here. So like this dot, we can use it like this is a background color equal to blue, this dot padding equal to 20 px, and I'm going to have this dot color also, this dot color is white. Okay, this thing I can do. And then host listener and mouse leave, and mouse leave, even data is like background. Let me change it to yellow, black, and 20 px is there. So this is there, save it. Now a directive is created. Okay, so now we are going back here to HTML, and here I'm going again to have a p and checking best directive, and again let me do some lorem, but let me do 10 only, lorem 10 I'll do. And now best directive I can directly use with this app best directive like this, save it. And now if I come here and see, so it is working fine. So this is how we can do this. Okay, best directive also. Okay, so now one thing is remaining. So there is a switch case also. Okay, switch case also. So this is a small thing, this is something different than this. So there is a switch case also in this directive, so we have not seen that switch case actually. So let us see that switch case also, and let me get rid of this directive in this directive which we have created. And now I will have a item equal to 5. So we are going to see ng switch, which is again in the HTML we can use that ng switch. So that I will come here, and then the app component ts I will come, and here we'll see it after this. Okay, so after this p, I'll have a div. Okay, div will be there, and then I'll have a ng switch equal to item, and do and this is equal to item, so item which I have done, which is 5. So now what I can do here, h3 h3 item is 5, have 4, item is 10, item is 100, item is default. Okay, so here it is just like the switch case which we have in javascript, is like the switch case. Okay, so h3 I'll come here and do the star ng switch case equal to 5. So this is how we do ng switch case. So 5 it is 10, it is 100, it is ng switch default. So it is not 5, ng switch default is there. Okay, so like this is there, and now if you go back, so you'll see the item is 5. Item is 5 is saying because it is 5 is there. If I make it 10, it will be 10. If I make it 17, item is default edition because it didn't found it. So this is like the switch case. Okay, this is like the switch case. So we are done with this, and now what we are going to do, so let me first stop this. Okay, I have also created one folder for services debug. Again, we are going to have a starting point here. So let me first start it with code, and then do ng serve. I have to do, and let me do one thing today. Let me give the participation from now only, because this is the second half of it is done, but it's okay. I will give the participation now only. Okay, so attendance sheet for the getting the certificate. So so this is attendance sheet for getting the certificate. Okay, so that is done. Okay, so what I was telling, so now what we are going to do, we are going to do the services. Now services are very important. So here again we are going to have a small component in src. I will go, and app, I will go here. I have this app component.ts. If I come, so here I have some accounts name like this, master, test hidden, and all these things, and on account added and on account changed, and all these things are there. So if I go here in the html, I have these things. Okay, so like this on account added. So let me first did I started it? Okay, I have nowadays Google asks this thing, analytics and all. I forgot to do that. Okay, so we're just going to loop through this, and we're going to show it, and let us first it gets started, then I will show this app new account is also there. Okay, so we have some other two also, app new account is there, and account also is there. Okay, app new account is there, and the account is also there. So you can go through this code. I will push all the code maybe on the last day I can push. Okay, so app component.ts is there. So basic, if it started or not, let me see. It is oh, it is taking a lot of time. Okay, so let it take some time, so let us understand then for this time. So app account I have, so in the HTML if I go, so see here I am going calling this app new account, and in the after a horizontal row I am calling this app account, in which I am going through this accounts array and showing it, okay, accounts array. And now let us first see this app account. Okay, app account will see app account.html and app account.ts. I will see. So app account.ts is now only a set is there. Okay, so we are just showing this account is like this is status, and we can do this active, inactive, and all these things. So we're just showing something here, showing a list here. Okay, and then here in the app new account, again we are passing those events and all. Okay, so we have seen that yesterday that we can pass a event from a parent to children and from children to a parent also in angular. Okay, so this is there. Okay, I think we have checked this thing. I'll check this new account. So new account is again we'll have a form. Actually here we will have a form through which we can add a new account. Okay, and we are going to show the complete list. So this is something which we are doing, and hope it is done this time. Okay, it is done. And where am I? There am I. Okay, so it is showing like this. So this is from this below this app account component, which is showing me this list, and this is from this account name. Okay, so now what so this is all working and all. Okay, so the main thing is that it is not about that. Okay, so let's see, this is working, where this account is active and all. Okay, set to active, set to inactive, set to unknown, so all these things are working. So you can go through the code. This is also good code to go. Okay, so the main thing is that we are going to learn about services. So we are going to create a logging service and how to use those services. So that is the main criteria which we are going to do. So for that, what we are going to do here, and everything in angular is like this: component is with dot component, directive is with dot directive, module is with dot module, services with dot service. Okay, so let me come here, and in the app I will have a logging dot service dot ts. Logging dot service dot ts I'll have, and here export task logging service is there, and then log status change, status is string, and so log is a server status changed comma new status, and new status is status. So we are creating a simple login service. Instead of doing the console.log, we will pass to this, and we can pass some status also, and the status will be shown. Okay, so this we have done. So now this logging service we have done. Now we will come to our new account.ts file. I'll come, and here how to use the how to use this logging service. Okay, so here we have a console log. So instead of this console log, we are going to use it. So this is just for demo purpose. It is also easier to do this console log. It is only to show that how to do the logging thing. Okay, so here we'll come, and then here I'll do import logging service from logging service. Yeah, now we have to use this. Okay, so how we have to use it? First thing is what we do is comma and providers. I'll do, and providers I'll do the logging service. Okay, this logging service I'm going to do providers login service. And then in the constructor, where is the constructor, and also constructor I have to create. Okay, so this output emitters and all these things I have told yesterday, so please go through it. This code is also a very good code. Okay, constructor and this private logging service, and like this private logging service is the logging service we are using it. Okay, 𝐿𝐿𝐺𝐺𝐼NG, something is wrong. Okay, yeah, it is like this. That's why it is giving the error, so the spell mistake was there. And so this login service now we have to use, and this we can use like very easily. Like now, like instead of this console.log, what I am going to use this, I'm going to comment this out first, and then this dot logging service dot log status change. Log status change is this function I'm calling, and then the account status, I'm just passing the account status. Account status I am passing, and now we are going to first add in the account component also. So similarly to this only we are going to add. So account component .ts file, I'll come here on component.ts file again. So again the same song and dance. So we have this thing, and then we are going here, and I do so why to do the same thing again. Let me do this from here, copy it, copy it, constructor, copy it, and even this thing I can copy. But the thing is that it is not the account status, it is the status I have to pass now. Status. Now I will save it, and I don't have any error. Okay, that is good. Okay, so I'll go back here, inspect console, and set to active. Server status change, new status is active. Okay, okay, so all these things are been done, and it is working fine, and it is working fine. Okay, so this is done. This is how we create a service. So this is just to give a demo. Actually it was not required to create this service because we are doing good with the console log also. Okay, so now we will look into another use case of the services, that is it can be used to store and manage the data. And let us do that, and for that we are going to create a new service known as accounts dot service dot ts. Like this we are going to create this account dot service dot ts, and then okay, then export class account service. Like this I will do, and I will bring the accounts from here. Bring the account from here. This accounts I brought from here. Now so we are going to create something like this only. Okay, so now after this I will have a add account name is string comma status is string. Okay, then this dot accounts dot push name and status. Okay, this I'm going to push, and similar to this I will have a update status also. So update status id number and status is string, and here this dot accounts id status is equal to status I'm doing. Okay, so this has been done. Now what I'm going to do, we are going to go to the HTML here, and the first thing is that account added is there, account added is been called, and this account added was calling on account added and this event and all these things. So we are going to remove these things from here. Okay, so account added, I'm going to remove this thing. Okay, and status change, so both of these thing I'm removing. Save it. Now in the app component.ts I'll go, and here I will import the account service first. Okay, so import account service from accounts dot service. Accounts dot service I'll do. Okay, this is done. Now here I will again I have to do the how I use that logging service. We have to use it in a similar way. Okay, so providers is account service is there, and then export class this thing. Okay, I want the ng on in it also, so I have to implement that. Implements on init is there, so on init is been called also, so but I don't have that on it, so it is giving me error. And here the thing is that I can now delete all these things. Okay, I'm going to delete all this. So this is the real use. Okay, I've deleted all these things, and I will add it in the like this. Accounts is like name string, status is like, and I'm calling this, and the constructor I'm calling this, and ng on init I'm calling it is this dot accounts is equal to this dot accounts dot service dot accounts, and this is done. I don't want to call it here. Okay, so this is done. So we are going to actually make this project a bit manageable. So now see, I'm calling this service. Now this service is calling this accounts, it is calling from here. So we have now centrally located thing. This is the beauty of services, you can centrally locate everything. So centrally using this thing from here, not from here only. So, okay, so centrally we are using it. And now we will go to this new account component.ts file, and we are going to use the other part here. Okay, so import account service from accounts dot what is it, accounts dot service. It is accounts dot service. Okay, so that's what it was giving me error. It is accounts dot service I've done, and this provider comma account service is there. I have to now, because we have two things, so I have to import it like that, and then this thing I will copy this from here, private, okay, comma private. I'll do like this, and then here on create account we have, okay, on create account I will remove this thing, so we don't have to do this emit and all these things right now. Okay, so something wrong. Okay, so emit. Okay, so let me cut it from here. This emit and all these things we don't need anymore. And okay, what I have done, it is like this. and this dot plugging service will be called like this. And there I don't have to do some calling this. I can just call this dot account service dot add account, and here you can directly use this add account. I have this name and status I have to push, so I can push this account name, comma, account status, and do this, save it. So yeah, so one more thing is remaining, because if you know, this update is also there. So in this where is my account component.ts file? So again, all this logics, all this emitting and all those things we are going to remove with this service. So see, through this service it is becoming so easy because of that only. Okay, so I will come here and I will do this also, account.component.ts. Okay, now I'll do the account service. Why it is giving me error? Okay, it is it is it is there, dot account services. And then I have to come here and do the account service here, comma, then private I'll go here, and this I'll do. And now this onset is there. Again I will remove this emit thing and all. Control. Okay, this emit thing I can remove, and instead of that, let me remove this also. Instead of that, I can directly use that account service. Again, this dot account service dot update status. So update status was there, is the new thing. So update status, this is ID and status. So this is the power of service. See, all the components are now very small. All the components are now very small, and in fact we even don't need this thing. This output emitter is not required, emitter is not required, output is not required. So this output emitters and all these things are not required. So if you have everything in central location like service, so this makes our thing very powerful. Okay, so like we'll go here, and so but something is not working fine. SR run. Yeah, so something is not working fine. So the code is actually not broken, because it is showing that is this compiled successfully. Okay, but the problem is that we have many different instances of the same service running. So we should keep only one instance in the app component only. And so that is the issue which we are facing right now. So first thing which we have to do for a code to work again is we are going to come here in the account components. All this account new component are not a parent, they are children. So I will come here, and we have to remove it, not from there, we have to remove it from here. Okay, from here, and we're going to add it in a correct place. So I'll remove it from here first, then in the new account component I'll come, and here also I will remove it. So it is a central service, so it should be placed in the central place. So that is one of the most important thing. Okay, so I have removed it from here, both of these places, but it is in the app component. It is there. App component is the central it is the parent of both of them, app component. So now we'll go back, and now we'll go sr2 add account. Adding the account is been working again. Okay, all of these things are working again. So one more thing is there, means okay, although it is working fine in the provider and account service, so we should remove it even from here in the app component.ts file also we should remove. And we should actually remove it from here also. Okay, so I will remove it from here also, and as you might have guessed, we'll put it in the app module.ts file. Okay, so I will go save it and app dot module. So this is a perfect place to put it, and here I am going to put in the providers, the account service, comma logging service. I have to import it on service and login service I've done. And now we have to remove it from those places in which it is there. So app component is there. I will go here in the account component. I'll go here and I will remove this logging service from here. I'll remove this logging service from here. I'll remove this logging service from here, and we can I will remove this from here also. Okay, so I'll save it. Okay, so I've removed this, and we are going to see another thing. Okay, in account also I go and remove the logging service from here, and we are going to remove the logging service from here. We are going to remove, so we are going to do one more thing here. Login service from here. I'm going to remove the login service from here. And because what we are going to do, we are going to learn something how to use one service in another service. So this is another thing which we have to do. It is really confused, Ankit. It is not that easy. Angular is way too much confusing. You have to go through it again and again. So it is not like React and all. Okay, I have been learning Angular, and I also don't. I have been learning Angular, so don't done lot of project. What should I do next? Okay, done a lot of project. What should you do next? Means you should just update your LinkedIn profile and show those projects, and you'll get the job. What else you can do? So that is how you project yourself. If you've done a lot of project, that is a very good thing. But whether you have a LinkedIn profile or not, whether you have updated those profile, so this is the thing which people always don't know. Whenever you do some project, you have to tell that on your LinkedIn profile, tell it to the world, then only you'll get the job. Use the right hashtag. That is the way to get the job. Naukri and all doesn't give you any job anymore. Okay, so that is there. Apply for the job, apply for some internship in internshala. Do that and you'll get. That is good. Okay, so now we are going to learn how to inject one service into another. So let me actually close all these things, and we are going to go to this account service. Okay, and here, because we have just removed the logging service, so how we are going to use it from here only. Okay, so here I'll come and here import. Let me do it like that. At injectable. At injectable I'll do, and injectable is done, so I didn't want to write it. So like this I've done, and I will import the logging service also. Import service from this logging service. So these two are done, and then how we are going to use this. Okay, so we are going to use the logging service here. So with the injectable only we can use it. Okay, so that is there, and then constructor. And Ankit, if you want to see, I have a very good video on how to grow your LinkedIn followers and all, so check that on my channel. That is, you have done a project that is very good, you can easily get a job. And still there are a lot of jobs in Angular also. Okay, login service. So this we are going to do. and this is how we have done in that constructor also. So login service and the private login service, and now we are going to use it here directly in the add account. Whenever we are going to add an account, we're directly going to show the login here only instead of going back there. Okay, so this dot login service dot log status change is status I'm doing, and here also it is known as a status. So this is how we combine two services also with this injectable thing, with this hash injectable thing. Okay, so let me save it, and so if I go back, inspect console, and set to active r1 add account. Yeah, so all of these are things are working. Okay, so because it has done c twice, let me do it r2. So see, so it is doing both of those things. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to learn is to do cross component communication using services. So cross component communication in this services, in the account service, we want to provide an event which we can emit from the component and catch it in other component. So we'll understand it with better with the example. So in the account services.ts, I will come, and here I will add the event emitter, event emitter. I'll add event emitter, and then I will have this something known as a status updated equal to new event emitter and string. Save it. Now in the now we will go to the account component, account component.ts file. Okay, account component.ts file, and see this thing, we have this status updated. So how we can do this? And status updated is through the event emitter we are emitting. Okay, so I will come to the onset here, and there this dot account service dot status update equal to emit the status. So now I want to catch this, so this is using this and emitting this event. So event we have used, created in a central location known as service. So now we will go to the new account component.ts file, and here in the constructor I will have this, and catch this on this dot account service dot status update dot subscribe. So we have to subscribe to it, subscribe to it. So subscribe is how we get everything, right? So subscribe to it, and close it. Okay, so this I'm subscribing to it, and I'm alerting it the status as the new status. Okay, so now if I go back here and close it, see I'm getting this pop-up alert. So this is how we do cross communication, cross channel communication, cross component communication. From here I'm emitting it, and from here I'm catching it. But that emitter is in the service, so that is not in the in any other thing. So that is in a service. So service is, with this service, as you can see, with this service you can do such wonderful things. Everything we have located in the central, and all of our components are so small because of those things, emitter and all those things are there. Okay, so we have done quite a bit today, and it is nice, means we have completed today a lot of things. We have completed services anyways, a very important thing. So if you like it, please do subscribe to my channel, please just like this video. And as always, I am means doing every month css, javascript, and react. Those are the main things which I do everything, because those are the things which get you a job. And the fourth week is always something extra which I do. Sometime angular, sometime I do previously I have done redux, and this is the actually second iteration of what I'm doing. Every month I'm here to make web app developers. Okay, and the next month I am going to make you a full stack developer with month stack, because next month what I'm thinking is all, as always, css week, JavaScript week followed by React week followed by Node week, so that you can be a MERN developer. Okay, so those things will be done, and with this I'll end today's stream. And I hope all of you have filled the attendance form. Yeah, all of you have filled, and people are liking this Angular thing a lot. I see a lot of people are watching these videos and all. And I am mainly into React, but I have a lot of Angular stuff also. Mean stack application also I have. Okay, so with this I'll end today's stream and see you tomorrow on day